Hello, good morning. How are you today? I'm glad to meet you, my students, one more time in this grade 5 class free trial from Laura Carney School of Aviation. Before we move forward, I want you to bow your heads with me and we will pray together. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you very much for this wonderful chance and opportunity you have given us to learn fraction, especially our topic today is multiplication of fraction. And I pray that you will give my students the wisdom that they need and help me to give the lecture and the lesson properly so that all of us will learn together in this class. Thank you so much, Father, for your love. In Jesus' name, amen. Again, I'd like to welcome you all to our meeting today. Let's have a little review. The first two meetings, the first meeting, I introduced to the whole class the idea of fraction. Then we did like identify the different kinds of fraction. We also learned how to add and subtract fraction with the same denominator. On that very day, we also learn how to change improper fraction to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. The reason why I want you to remember that because those things we will use today in our class multiplication of fraction. The second day, we learn about addition and subtraction of fraction with different denominators. Study multiplication of fraction. Give me a little time. Let me do this first. Okay, yes. So that's our lesson. Your pencil or your notebook, pieces of papers is beside you because this is going to be a very interesting lecture today. Now, let me begin with multiplication of fraction by having this on the board. Okay, maybe this is what I will do. Okay. Multiplication of fraction with proper and improper fraction. Second one class is about multiplication of fraction and a whole number. Then the third one, I hope we can make it. However, let's try our best. Multiplication of fraction and a mixed numbers. Let's begin. To multiply, three steps mentioned here. The first one is multiply the numerators. And it's in the example, it says there 2 times 5. 2 over 5. That's the first fraction. Times 3 over 4. Let me just write it on the board so that you can also see it in the screen. So when you multiply fractions, only the numerators. So don't worry yet about the denominator. Let's try multiplying the numerator. So 2 times 3, we have what? We have 6. Okay? After that, let's try multiply the denominator because the second step is multiply the denominators. So let's try multiplying the denominators. 5 times 4 equals, that's 20. Yeah. So 6 over 20, then reduce the fraction if necessary. Yeah, we can reduce this by dividing it by 2. Maybe I will be discussing it with you sometime on how to reduce fraction. But let's just divide this by 2. Okay? Can we divide 6 by 2? Let's think of a number that is common. 6 and 20, or 6 and 20, the numerator and the denominator. Let's try. Can we divide 6 by 3? Yes, of course. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then let's try. Can we divide 20 by 3? And it gives a whole number. No. 20 divided by 3, it's not. It cannot give. Can use 3 to divide the numerator, and we cannot divide, or we cannot use it when we divide the denominator, so don't use that. For example, if we say, can we divide 20 by 5? Yeah, 20 divided by 5 is 4. But can we divide 6 by 5 when it gives a whole number? No. So don't use 5 because you can only use or divide the denominator using 5. So let's think of a number. I want you to think. I want to give you 5 seconds to think. What do you think is the best number or the right number that can be used to divide both the numerator and the denominator? So if you have here 6 over 20, let me write over 20. Can you see it? Okay, I hope you can see it on the board. Can we divide 6 by 2? Okay, by the way, okay, 1 second, think, second, 3 seconds, 4, 5. Okay, now let's try. How many or what number can we use? Any answer? Yeah. 2. Can we divide 6 by 2? Yes. Can we divide 20 by 2? Yes. So what is 6 divided by 2? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Simplest answer or the lowest term. We reduce 6 over 20, and now the final answer that we have now is 6 over 10. Let's continue. For example, like this. Look at your screen. You have here 2 over 7 times 3 over 5. Let's try to multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So 2 times 3 equals what? Equals 6. How about 7 times 5? What about 7 times 5? What is the answer when you multiply 7 and 5? It's 35. Yes, so our final answer is 6 over 35. Another example. Here we have 2 over 7 times 3 over 5. You have 2 times 3 equals 6, and 7 times 5 is 35. Now, this is the very time wherein you will use your pencil and paper. Get your notebook now or a piece of paper and solve these problems. I want you to have a little, really see whether you know how to do it. Remember, there are only 2 steps. This time, I don't require you, grade 5. I know some of you, those of you who are still a little bit, confused, not very sure about how to reduce the answer, I want you to just multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator to denominator. Now, if someone will simplest form, that's great. I really salute you. But this time, I will not require it for everyone to do it. Now, begin multiplying numerator and numerator, denominator and denominator. Just write in your notebook only numbers 1 to 10 and write only the answer. I'm giving you maybe 3 minutes to do it. It's so easy. The time. 2 more minutes. I think some of you are almost done. That's fine. I'm giving you another almost 2 minutes now. One minute and 30 seconds left. It's good. Let's see some. One more minute left. Okay. Those of you who are done, you have still 30 seconds to review. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils up. Okay? If we are inside the classroom, what I will do is, okay, exchange work with your seatmate. However, since no one is sitting beside you or a classmate is sitting beside you, this is my suggestion. This is only my suggestion. This work will be given back tomorrow when we have our face-to-face contact or in the Zoom class. But whenever your answer is wrong, just beside the answer of yours that's not very, so that tomorrow when we have our class, I will not anymore ask you to do it. We'll just continue giving an answer, reviewing what we have done. Number 1 is what? The number is 3/10 times 2/3. So number one answer is this. Okay, let me write the answers from 1 to 10 on the board. Can you see this? Can you see it in your screen? 3, 4, then I have here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope you still can see it clearly. Number one, our answer is 3 times 2 is 6. 10 times 3 is 30. So our answer is 6 over 30. Answer good. However, I'm not going to focus now on changing it to or reduce it into the lowest term. I'll just give you first the answer. Okay? If you have time on this class, I will go back into how to reduce fraction to the lowest term. Number 2, 2 over 4 times 1/2. So our answer is 2 over. Then number 3, you have 3 over 10 times 2 over 4. So 3 times 2 is 6. And 10 times 4 is 40. I hope you're getting the correct answer. Number 5 is, well, number 4, yeah. Number 4 is 2 over 6 times 2 over 10. So our answer is 40. I'm sorry. Oh, is this 5? I'm sorry, my eyes is not so clear right now. So 2 over 5. So our answer is, yeah, 50. Our answer is 50. 5 times 10 is 50. How about 2 times 2 in number 5? So you have 2 times 2 is 4. The denominators are 2 times 4 equals 6 1/2 times 1/4. So 1 over 8. Number 7, 1 times 3 is 3. Then we have what? 2 times 6 equals 12. Number 8, 7 times 2 is 14. Then the denominator is 10 times 5. 10 times 5 equals 50. The last two numbers are 2 third times 1/2. So 2 times 1 is 2 over 6. Finally, number 10 is 2 times 1 or 2 over 3 times 1 over 10. So 2 times 1 is 2 and 3 times 10 is 30. Okay? So these are the answers that we got. I hope many of you got perfect because it's so easy. It's very simple multiplication. Let's move. Multiplication of fraction with a whole number. By the way, any question? Yes? If you have a question, prepare it for tomorrow. I will give you time to ask question, and yet you aren't very sure about what you're doing. I will be sad. But if you ask question because you do not know, I will be happy to help you. That's my work as your math teacher. Now let's move to multiplication fraction with a whole number. Whole number, Sir Marilyn? How do we do that? How do we do multiplication of fraction a whole number? Okay. Let's go. Multiplying fraction by whole numbers, for example, it's here. 2 over 7 times 3. Wow. Another example is 5 times 9. Small. Let's see what I have prepared. Multiplying fractions by whole numbers. Step number 1. So let's use this. Step number 1 and step number 2. Then we have step number 3. Look at your screens. Step number 1 is that we will give a denominator. We will give a denominator. A denominator of 1. When you have a whole number and you will make it into a fraction, just simply, remember this, just simply put a denominator of 1. Okay? Simply put a denominator of 1. So now, 3 over 1. Now you can multiply it because you have a numerator, you have the 2 numerators, and you have 2 denominators. Step number 2 is after you put 1 as the denominator of the whole number, then you will multiply, just like the steps that we were following. So here we have 2 times 3 equals 6. And 7 times 1. We have now an answer. How about this one? The second example that I have. Let me see if it's in here. No, it's not there. So let us just answer this one. What did we do in the first example? We simply put a numerator of 1 under the whole number. So let's do the same here with 5. So this is, now you have a fraction already. You already have a fraction. So the fraction is 5 times 9 equals 45, and 1 times 10 equals 10. So that's our answer. We call this one improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator, and we call this one proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Some practice that I want you to do. Let's have some practice here. Let's have some practice on the board. So I want you to see this. Let me see whether it's going to help you. I hope it's not that glaring. Let me check whether if I turn this off, this light in front of me, whether you will see it clearly or the glaring. Just do it. Okay, so let me exit a little bit and I will turn off the light. Can you still see me? Yeah, let me see. Let me try. 2 over 5. See it clearly? Is it better now? Let's try. Let's see. Now, 2 over 5 times 8. What did we say? The first thing that you will do is put a denominator of 1 into the whole number. Then after you put the denominator, then you will multiply it. So 2 times 8 equals 16, and 5 times 1 equals. Easy? Good. Another example. Get your pencil, try it, because after this, I'll give you a lot of things to do. So we have to practice first before doing that. So let me say you have here, say 4 over 5 times 10. Okay, let's do. Put 1 as the denominator under 10 because that's a whole number. So we multiply after that. So 4 times 10 equals 40 and 5 times 1 equals 5. So our final answer is 40 over 5, or we call it 8 if we reduced it. Okay, now I hope you understand the explanation. So I want you to look at the practice that I have. Again, practice. This is like sit work. I am giving you a lot of chances to practice. So the idea is when you have a whole number, just put 1 under it and you multiply the numerator on the numerator and the denominator to another denominator. So time begins. I give you 3 minutes again. Ready? Start. You are smart. One more minute. Thirty seconds. $15, 10, 1. Pencils up. Good. Okay. Number 1 answer is 40 over 10. Okay. 40 over 10. Number 2, we have 8 over 3. Number 3, 15 over. Number 4, you have, well, 9 times 6 is 54 over 10. 54 over 10. Number 5, you have 2 over 2. Number 6, you have 2 over 5. Number 7, you have 12 over 5. You have 2. Did I repeat a number? Number 7 was 12 over 5. Let me repeat from 6. Number 6 is 2 over 5. Number 7, you have 12 over 5. Number 8, we have 8 over 3. Number 9, we have 9 over 2. And finally, we have 8 over. How many of you got perfect there? Okay. Now, let's move to another topic, multiplication of fraction with a mixed number. Okay? Multiplication of fraction with a mixed number. Rewrite the mixed number as a proper fraction. Remember the first lesson that we have? We learned how to change mixed number to a proper fraction. The second one is multiply the two fractions, numerators and the denominators. Then rewrite the improper fraction as a mixed number, and the result is the final answer. So the first step really here, for example, if you have, okay, let me not handle that. First, let me write an example on the board. So, like this, 5 and 1/2 times, say, 3 over 4. Okay? 5 and 1/2 times 3 over 4. So we will first change the mixed number into a fraction. And in that case, it will become an improper fraction. Apply the denominator to the whole number and add the numerator. Let's try. Let me repeat. Multiply the denominator to the whole number, and the whole number, the product of the denominator and the whole number will be added to the numerator, or the numerator will be added to the product of. Okay, let's try doing it. For example, 2 times 5 equals 10. And 10 plus 1 equals 11. So this mixed number now becomes 11 over 2. Multiply to 3 over 4. So now numerator to numerator. So 11 times 3 equals 33. And 2 times 4 equals 8. So our final answer, not really the final answer yet, but our answer is 33 over 8. Number 3 step is that rewrite the improper fraction as a mixed number. So we will rewrite this improper fraction into a mixed number by the thing we learned last time is that we divide the numerator by the denominator. For example, this is now here. Look at here. You have 33 divided by 8. So 33 divided by 8 is what? Equals 4. So we will write 4 here. 4 times 8 equals 32. And the next step, minus 32, we have 1. The remainder here, this one here, is our remainder. So the new fraction now, this is now the whole number here. So we have 4. Okay? Then the remainder here, the remainder becomes our new numerator. And we have the same denominator. So that's our final answer. Okay, now let's see. Do we have some examples here? Do we have some examples? Yes, we have some examples. Or before handling that, I will have another example on the board. Before giving that to you, I will have another example. Okay. For while you are seated in your chair, let's have another example. We have here 2, 1/5, for example, times 3/4. Okay? So let's change the mixed number into improper. Denominator to the whole number. So 5 times 2. 5 times 2 equals 10. 10 plus 1 equals 11. So here we have 11/5. Okay? Then we have to multiply 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is what? 33. Then we have 5 times 4 equals 20. Then we divide 33 by 20. Here, 33 divided by 20. So how many 20 in 33? We have 1. So 1 times 20 equals 20. 33 minus 20, we have our 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 2, 13. Our remainder is 13. So we have here 1, 13/20. So that's our answer right now. Okay? This time, I will not give you the worksheet that I have prepared. And I want you to multiply this mixed number and a fraction, and after that we will end our lesson. So let me write it on the board, and I want you to copy it in your notebook, then solve it on your seat, or solve it video. So let me write it here. So here you have 1, 2/3 times 3/5. So mix number and a fraction. Here we have, say, 1/2 times 7, 2/. You can see it clearly. The last one is 7/4 times 3/8. Remember the steps. Change mixed number into improper. Then after that, you multiply the numerator to the numerator, denominator to denominator. Then after that, rewrite the improper fraction as a mixed number, and I'll give you time to first copy this, and this is your like practice, because I will give you a worksheet when we have our Zoom interaction tomorrow. Copy first. I'll give you a chance to copy right now. Are you done? Of course. You're already in grade 5, so you know how to copy fast. Okay, class. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow, we will have our discussion. I think there or while watching this video, you have some things that are not very sure, even though how much you repeat watching it. You repeated it several times, and there are things that you cannot really understand clearly. Prepare that question for tomorrow, and I will be very happy to answer your question. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.